We're coming to you from the Mumbai Cloud and Data Center Convention and Awards 2024, and now joining me is Dr. Antonio Coccia from Riello UPS. Welcome to W Media, sir.
Thank you very much, Deborah.
Antonio, let's start with you telling us a bit about your career journey so far. Uh, how did you find yourself working in UPS, of all things?
Okay. Well, I mean, that was probably a very important step in my career about 15 years ago. I used to work for about 10 years for the transportation industry. Then at some point after 10 years, I was actually looking for some additional opportunities and challenges. And then I happened to enter into the UPS business, which then became, in fact, probably the most fascinating business to me. And in fact, this is the reason why I have been staying in that business for the last 15
What
years.
makes it fascinating?
The acceleration of the industry.
Yeah.
The acceleration of the industry, the dynamic behavior of the industry, and the fact that over the last 10 years, I mean, there has been so many changes and so many upgrades in terms of technology. I mean, the industry for which we are actually working is never sitting down. Is never reaching a plateau. And we, from a supply chain industry standpoint, we are always on the spot trying to understand what are the latest innovations, what are the latest developments that we have to put into our pipeline, into our production lines to be able to keep up, So,
Keeping up, stepping up. That's interesting because 2024 has been a very fast-paced year. What was it like for your industry, and what do you see going forward into 2025?
okay, I do see a further acceleration for the data center industry overall. I might say that probably one of the largest accelerations are being represented by the colocation operators and and also the increase of the cloud services. Of course, I mean the hyperscaler, which are basically in fact dominating the scene of the data center market. But in fact, I mean today there is a second dimension which is just taking off, and this is the artificial intelligence driven data centers sites. Or let me rephrase it: data centers for artificial intelligence purpose, right? And we are just at the beginning of the journey. I mean, today we are already discussing about new deployments for capacities like 500 megawatts or 600.
megawatts?
Yeah, 600 megawatts. I'm also shocked, to be honest with you. Sometimes when I sit with the operators, I try to keep my cool, But I mean, it's of course, I mean,
It's
a mind-blowing
mind-blowing.
number, and I mean, of course, this is just the beginning of the journey. I am actually quite sure that the artificial intelligence journey will explode the power demand and the power needs in terms of data center
With this
architectures.
explosion of AI, what kind of new pressures does it place on the UPS industry?
Oh yeah, quite a lot, I would say. I mean, you have to consider that today, traditionally, the UPSs are now reaching a certain level of maturity for the data center industry, which is a relatively new industry, if you like it, right? So nowadays, I mean, we have very stable performing platforms, capable of reaching certain level of performances, and also, capable of lasting a certain lifespan, which is fundamental. Because of course, I mean, you cannot change very frequently these expensive type of products. However, if you start, looking at data center, environments which are processing, applications like artificial intelligence, you have that the load profiles are completely different from the standard cloud, where the loads are slowly changing and gradually and moving and so on. In the artificial intelligence application driven data centers, you may have bang bang, complete transients from 0 to 100 within just few milliseconds. The key question mark is, what is the expectancy in terms of lifespan for the critical component that we use and we deploy in our critical equipment?
You're also engaging in a lot of innovations. You showcased some products at the expo today. Could you tell us a bit about your new products?
Okay, so this is a thank you very much for the question, by the way, because I'm very proud and honored to be bringing this product around. It's probably our top-notch product in terms of complexity, innovation, and also allow me in terms of effort, the pain and the effort and the resources and the energies that the entire organization has put into it has been, again, an
What
incredible
is this
experience.
product?
I mean, this is the multi-power second generation or so-called multi-power scalable. It's really tailored for the high power application into data centers
Right.
and really tailoring to the new data centers focusing on artificial intelligence critical loads. So this is a technology which is aiming to three main points: sustainability and increase of the energy efficiency. Then the second thing is scalability. You want to have it vertical or horizontal, to be able to um, follow up with the request of fast deployments from the data center operators, and then advanced monitoring, because the idea is that these products will become more and more autonomous into their operation. So this is a product that is for the first time using not the UPS traditional industry technology, the automotive technology, which is actually enabling us to have a leap in terms of performances, in terms of energy efficiency above 98% in double conversion, in terms of power density, in terms of switching frequencies. We are really optimizing, and especially in terms of quick change of the loading profiles. These are very, very robust and very reliable devices.
You also made a keynote address and were part of a panel discussion earlier today at Mumbai CDC. What was your experience like? What was the message you came here to convey, and were you able to do that?
Okay. First of all, I have to say that, I mean, this is the first time I'm actually attending the show. And I am absolutely very positive about the outcome of the show. It was very populated. I mean, there was a lot of plenty of conversations, very interesting conversations, very important decision makers as well coming here. This is fundamental if you are running, certain business into the supply chain industry. So I'm absolutely very, very happy. So what I could really bring it with myself, I mean, the main takeaway is that it's all about sustainability today. I mean, everywhere you go, it's about sustainability, and also it's about embracing the change which is going to be forced by the artificial intelligence applications. So these are the main two key takeaways from my side, and I really hope that with my two contributions today, I have been able to pass on the message. But I am also very, very satisfied personally on my session earlier today in the morning, and also in the exciting panel conversation that we have been having, where we treated very specifically the artificial intelligence load profiles.
Going forward, what is your one piece of advice to anyone in the industry, irrespective of their role, who is thinking passionately about sustainability, as passionately as you are? One piece of advice you'd like to give to people? Because for a lot of organizations, sometimes it feels a bit just like a PR campaign. That many of them are not really walking the talk sometimes. So, what is the one thing that they must do or must start thinking about if they're serious about sustainability?
Maybe I don't feel like providing a suggestion. Maybe I can tell you what is my approach.
Okay.
I like to spend time with my clients, with my customers. I like to spend time with all the possible actors of the industry. You want to have general contractors, engineering firms, system integrators. And I spend a lot of time, a little bit because of my curiosity, but I spend a lot of time to understand what the requirements are. Because in the moment we get the requirements done properly, I mean, it's about executing. If your requirements are fuzzy, your execution will fail afterwards. So get the things done right at the beginning of the process. Discuss with your clients, establish as well a bond, because at the end of the day, business is a financial transaction, but it comes into trust between the people. Learn, stay curious, stay humble, and move on.
Perfect. That's an excellent note to end this on. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Deborah. Thank you.